I've been doing D&D as a DM for quite a while. Well, not a while, but like 2 campaigns, and I decided to make my own homebrew one, and didn't go very well. It was a lot harder to make one than I first expected. The campaign was set in a place called Chalicia, and this was ruled by a king who was actually corrupt, and they got a letter from him. So obviously they went off and tried to help. The players had arrived at Lubia and they decided to take a look around, and they first went to the tavern to seek out food and drinks. The tavern keeper wasn't very happy because there was a bunch of monks on a feast of some sort. So the tavern keeper asked the players to get the monks away. So they shooed them away, and they went to another inn down the road. And they went to the chapel. This was the part when the whole campaign basically broke. I had this one character who decided for whatever reason to break into the chapel, and his name was Zeppelin, and that he was blasted away because he tried to lock the door, and some alarms went off, and some guards came up and said, "Stop it!" And so yeah, he started kissing them for whatever reason, and he got away with it. Now Zeppelin decided that his new character bond would be to kiss everything. I thought that would just be alright and a bit of fun, but it went a bit far. But we'll get to that later. They next went to the king's manor, and they were welcomed by a tiefling, and they were taken to the throne room where the king was waiting. The king spoke of a orb called the Controb, and he told the party that the orb had been falling into the wrong hands, so the party needed to retrieve the orb. Of course, Zeppelin got a quick kiss before he left. One time they got a encounter, and this one was made for quite far in the game, and they were going to meet Algor the Wise, which is a wyvern. Naturally, Zeppelin wanted to kiss him, and yeah, he got a natural 20. So it went a bit far. Later on in the campaign, the party arrives at an inn in which someone supposedly knows something about the orb, and they ask around, but first they went to see what beverages they could get, and basically what happened pretty much broke everything. They managed to... Well, Zeppelin decided to kiss the innkeeper to make the prices go down, and he's got really high persuasion, so it goes really well for him. And yeah, he sort of got or Tynus, which was the fighter, came up with an idea that since they were buying all the beer, they didn't have much space to put it. So Tynus, the fighter, came up with an idea to get a lifetime room there for 1,000 GP. So Zeppelin offers, and the persuasion was so high. Oh, he got a nat 20 with persuasion again. So somehow oh no, it was deception, and somehow he managed to get. It would turn into, I think the innkeeper thought that the person, or that Zeppelin was two people, so all they did was give 500 GP, and they got the room. Yeah, and they stored all their beer and headed off to where they knew where the orb was. They went to a dungeon on a mountain where they met a Nimbob, which is the race that lives there, and got the orb off them, and they took it back to the king, and they got betrayed. They were in a dungeon and they had to get out, and blocking them was a stone golem. Naturally, Zeppelin tried to kiss it, and, well, the golem crushed him in an instant. He died. It's kinda sad, but like, he didn't care. He just made a new character. I was actually kinda happy because he was ruining the campaign and destroyed everything. But like, yeah, he made a Dragonborn character because the Wyvern and him, yeah. Let's just not talk about that.